All right, Lakers fans, let's dive into the latest developments surrounding the team, because there's been a lot of chatter and anticipation around some of the younger pieces trying to make an impact this season. One player who's been generating buzz is a defensive, athletic, and versatile guard who has all the physical tools to make a difference on both ends of the floor. This is the kind of player who can defend multiple positions, which is exactly what the Lakers need as they look to strengthen their perimeter defense and create more flexibility in rotations. He has the size, length, and athleticism to be a real presence from 1 through 3, which immediately puts him in a position to fill a significant defensive role if he can continue developing other areas of his game, particularly his shooting. At 23 years old, he's still got plenty of room to grow and the upside to become a consistent contributor over time. The excitement around him was palpable, especially going into training camp and the preseason, but things didn't unfold as many of us expected, leaving fans curious and a little frustrated about what was going on behind the scenes. When the preseason began, there was a noticeable absence from this player, along with a few others who were expected to feature prominently. Questions started piling up. Why wasn't he participating in the sessions we could see, and why weren't updates coming from the team? It turns out that the lack of information was due to a grade 2 ankle sprain, which makes sense in the context of the team being cautious. They didn't want to risk rushing him back only for the injury to worsen and potentially impact his development long term. This cautious approach is understandable, but it left a gap in visibility that fans are naturally curious about, especially when considering the potential contributions this player could offer if healthy. The Lakers have had a history of quietly managing injuries for players who might not yet be in the spotlight. But in this case, it was particularly noticeable because of the talent and potential this guard brings to the table. The context around the Lakers' two-way deals is also crucial to understand here. Players like Christian Coco, Nick Smith Jr., and Chris Minnon were brought in with specific roles in mind, often as developmental pieces with the possibility to step into the main roster when the opportunity arises. While Nick Smith Jr. has seen the court and shown flashes of his potential, and Christian Coco has contributed when called upon, Chris Minnon's absence created a void in our preseason narrative. The team's cautious approach makes sense from a player development standpoint, but it also underscores the difficult balancing act the Lakers face when trying to evaluate talent while keeping players healthy and ready for the regular season. A player with the size and versatility of Minnon can bring a lot to the table defensively, acting as a stopper, providing length, and even becoming a threat in transition if given the right opportunities. Looking at the bigger picture, this situation highlights the broader strategy the Lakers are employing as they prepare for the upcoming season. With key veterans like LeBron James potentially missing some early games, it becomes the perfect period to assess the supporting cast, identify who stands out, and figure out which players can rise to the occasion when given minutes in real game scenarios. This evaluation is essential not only for making informed decisions about the main roster, but also for deciding how to manage two-way contracts and G League assignments. The Lakers have shown a knack for finding defensive-minded guards who can make an immediate impact while still leaving room for offensive development. Players like R.J. Davis have impressed in limited minutes, showing the ability to score at multiple levels, make hustle plays, and provide a spark on defense. The challenge comes in balancing the development of these younger players with the need to fill specific roles on the roster and ensure that talent is not lost to other teams through G League opportunities or free agency. Chris Minnon represents a type of player that fits perfectly into the Lakers' defensive scheme. Someone who can guard multiple positions, apply pressure on the ball, and be that off-ball cutter or lob threat that creates spacing and opportunities for the team's stars. The potential is there, and if he can stay healthy, he could slot into the rotation seamlessly, providing exactly what the Lakers need in a versatile guard. The key concern, however, is that while he develops his offensive game, other players who have shown promise in the preseason may not get the same exposure, creating a dilemma for the coaching staff and front office. It becomes a delicate balance of managing minutes, development, and team needs while making sure that talent is maximized and no opportunity is wasted. The Lakers' approach to these two-way deals and injuries also speaks to a larger trend in roster management. Players who might not yet be household names are often quietly evaluated, and their growth is closely monitored before they see consistent minutes in games. This allows the team to maintain flexibility while still holding onto promising talent. The case of Chris Minnon is a perfect example of this philosophy in action. The coaching staff has to weigh the benefits of keeping him healthy and letting him develop in practice against the risk of not having seen enough from him in live preseason games. Meanwhile, other players like RJ Davis are already demonstrating their capabilities, putting additional pressure on the team to make tough decisions about who stays and who might be at risk of moving elsewhere. Ultimately, the narrative here isn't just about one player or one injury. It's about the Lakers' strategy in building a roster that can compete immediately while still investing in young talent with high upside. The team has shown a consistent pattern of finding guards who excel defensively, contribute to hustle plays, and can fit into multiple positions as needed. The potential of Chris Minnon lies in that mold, and if everything aligns, health, opportunity, and development, he could become a cornerstone of the Lakers' defensive rotations. But until then, fans are left speculating about how the pieces will fit together, which players will seize their opportunities, and how the coaching staff will manage minutes and rotations to ensure both immediate success and long-term growth. As we watch the preseason unfold and the training camp evaluations continue, it's clear that the Lakers are walking a tightrope between risk and reward. Players like Minnon bring hope for defensive versatility, athleticism, and potential growth, but the uncertainty around injuries, playing time, and roster decisions keeps the narrative tense and compelling. The key takeaway is that the Lakers are building with intention, making strategic choices about player development, and positioning themselves to maximize both the present and future of the team. As fans, we get to follow along, analyze the performances, and debate which young players will emerge as the defining pieces in this next chapter for Los Angeles. This is a pivotal moment because the roster's depth and versatility will be tested early in the season. With key veterans pacing their return and younger players vying to establish themselves, every practice, scrimmage, and preseason game becomes a critical opportunity to assess talent. For someone like Minnon, the focus will be on showcasing defensive prowess, athleticism, and the ability to adapt to multiple positions. If he succeeds, he could fill a vital role that the Lakers have been seeking for some time. A reliable, versatile defender who can create chaos on the perimeter, cut to the basket effectively, and complement the team's offensive stars with smart movement and spacing. This isn't just about scoring. It's about impact plays, hustle, and basketball intelligence, all of which are increasingly valuable in today's NBA. The challenge for the Lakers, as always, is balancing potential with performance. Players like RJ Davis have demonstrated scoring ability, defensive energy, and adaptability, making the decision about who earns minutes and who develops elsewhere all the more complex. When a player like Minnon is added to the mix, the team has to evaluate his readiness, his health, and his long-term potential versus the immediate contributions of others. It's a chess game of roster management, development, and strategic positioning, where each choice has ripple effects on the team's performance and growth trajectory. This ongoing evaluation process is crucial for a team like the Lakers, who are striving to blend championship aspirations with the cultivation of emerging talent. Every decision about injuries, minutes, and two-way contracts has a cascading effect on how the roster shapes up, who gets opportunities, and how the team navigates the regular season. Players with defensive versatility and athleticism, like Minnon, are especially valuable because they offer solutions to multiple lineup scenarios and can fill gaps created by injuries or trades. Their presence allows the team to maintain defensive intensity while also providing flexibility for offensive schemes, spacing, and rotations. Fans will be watching closely as the preseason continues, looking for glimpses of who can step up and make a difference. The Lakers' success depends not just on star performances, but on the collective effort of these younger players who bring energy, defensive tenacity, and a willingness to embrace the system. Watching Minnon, Davis, and other emerging talents compete for minutes will be fascinating because it reveals the team's depth, potential, and the coaching staff strategy in action. The key narrative to follow is how these players develop under pressure, adapt to NBA-level competition, and contribute to a roster that aims to compete at the highest level while building for the future. As the season edges closer, the focus on player development and roster decisions becomes even more intense for the Lakers. Chris Minnon's situation exemplifies the delicate balance between managing injuries and maximizing potential, and it highlights how crucial every decision can be for a team with championship ambitions. He may not have seen the floor in the preseason yet, but his presence in practice, his athletic profile, and defensive versatility suggest he could be exactly the type of player the Lakers need to shore up their rotations. The team has been methodical in protecting his health, which is understandable given the risks of aggravating a Grade 2 ankle sprain, but it also leaves fans eager for glimpses of what he can bring in real-game scenarios. The lack of clarity around the timing of his injury, whether it happened during his previous summer league stint or early in training camp, adds to the intrigue and the ongoing narrative surrounding his potential impact. Chris Minnon's profile as a 6 feet 5 inches, athletic, multi-position guard makes him a compelling prospect. His ability to defend the 1 through 3 positions, provide length on the perimeter, and contribute as an off-ball cutter or lob threat aligns perfectly with the Lakers' strategic needs. Even if his offensive game is still a work in progress, his defensive prowess alone could make him a game-changer in rotations. The team's coaching staff, led by experienced leadership, has the task of molding his skills, maximizing his strengths, and integrating him into a system that demands versatility and high basketball IQ. When healthy and given the right opportunities, a player like Minnon could complement the existing core, providing energy, defensive intensity, and athleticism that the Lakers will rely on throughout the season. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, the Los Angeles Lakers have reportedly shaken the NBA rumor mill once again, and this time, the whispers involve one of the league's most electric point guards. Sources close to the situation are buzzing with talk that De'Aaron Fox, the dynamic floor general of the Sacramento Kings, could be donning the purple and gold sooner than anyone anticipated. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the mere idea of Fox in a Lakers jersey has sent fans and analysts into a frenzy, imagining a backcourt that could rival any in the league. Fox, known for his blazing speed, fearless drives to the basket, and improved playmaking, has long been linked to several marquee teams in trade speculation circles. His ability to push the pace and create opportunities in transition aligns perfectly with the Lakers' ambitions to return to championship contention. Lakers insiders suggest that acquiring a player of Fox's caliber would not only energize the Staples Center, but also offer LeBron James and Anthony Davis a reliable partner in orchestrating the offense. The timing of the rumored move has added fuel to the speculation. With trade talks reportedly intensifying behind closed doors, insiders say that the Lakers' front office is exploring every avenue to make a blockbuster deal happen. While Sacramento has been historically reluctant to part with their star point guard, whispers indicate that a mix of young talent, draft picks, and financial maneuvering could pave the way for a seismic shakeup. Fans on social media have been relentless in dissecting the possibilities, imagining how Fox's explosive style could mesh with the Lakers' current roster. Could Fox's speed complement LeBron's vision? Would his shooting elevate the team's perimeter threat? The buzz is inescapable, and even casual observers of the league are chiming in with bold predictions and hypothetical starting lineups. While it remains in the realm of speculation, the very notion of De'Aaron Fox in Los Angeles has reignited dreams of a Lakers renaissance. If true, this would be more than just a trade. It would signal a statement of intent from a franchise desperate to reclaim its spot atop the NBA hierarchy. Until an official announcement is made, all eyes will remain glued to every whisper, leak, and cryptic comment from the front offices involved. One thing is certain, the Lakers' rumor mill is alive, well, and De'Aaron Fox is at the heart of it. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments. as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.